Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly Twitch Dwarf Fortress stream. I'm Albert, your hapless Dwarf Fortress player, and I think that's important to remember, by the way. I don't want anybody to have very high expectations for my personal abilities. I do not put myself out here as a expert of any kind. I'm a dabbler of Dwarf Fortress. I feel reasonably confident that I know some of what I'm doing, but today I am going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to embark on intentionally bad ground. We're here in the Hill of Invalidities. All right, that's the good side, by the way. So we can hit that. We're looking at our biome right here. We're straddling the biomes, because I'm not brave enough to do just the cold and evil. So this is the good one, and it's still not great, right? We've got surroundings, the untamed wild. Moderate vegetation, trees sparse, temperature cold. So that's all a problem to start out with. And then on the bad side, the winter time of terminations. Temperature freezing, trees none, surroundings terrifying, other vegetation scarce. Those things all seem like I could not imagine embarking with in just this. And I mean, I can imagine it, but I don't know that it would last for more than 5 minutes. And I'm not 100% sure this will. But we are here. I'm clenching my butt cheeks together. We're gonna give this a shot. We might have to use some quick save trickery for the rest to make the stream last as long as we'd like it to last. But here we go. Hitting E. I've not selected a narrow area. It's fine. Okay. Let's see what we want here. We are playing dwarves, by the way. This is the first fortress stream that we've been sort of doing a vanilla fort. We've got builders. I think raw materials. If we were going on the pure evil side, I would say maybe this one. We do have... There's no, picks or anything. It's just going to be building. I think we're going to go standard here. We might customize a little bit. Let's redraw the screen. F12. Okay. We've got a Jeweler's Guild peasant. We've got a Mason's Guild peasant. We've got an Engineer Guild peasant. Another Mason. You know what? I don't want... Wait. What does that mean? Is he a Mason? Because I don't want two Masons. Right? They're in cahoots with the Illuminati. And I don't like having them to begin with. That's a conspiracy theory joke for y'all. What is this guy? This guy's not good at anything? Okay. We're going to give you points in minor. You are going to have points in... What do we... Maybe... No, weaponsmithing might take a while before we can get that off the ground. Let's go with stone crafter, I guess. We already have a mason, I believe. So we got minor, woodcutter, minor. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give him masonry. I'm actually might cut off the other minor here because 2 minors is probably enough out of the 7 that we have. Now let's see here. We have a woodcutter. I'm going to give this guy carpenter. I think that's a good way to go. This guy we're going to back off on the minor. Maybe fluid engineer. That's an interesting thought. Not a critical thinker, not an instrumentalist. None of these things. He's not good. We might need... Now look at... If we give this guy... Because I'm expecting problems to start off with. If we give this guy wound dresser, surgeon, bone doctor, suturer, diagnostician... We'll give him extra in that. Okay. Oh, we can also pump these guys up with a little bit extra stuff too. I thought, okay, so let's make sure we spend all of our points. Let's make these guys, let's make sure they're fighters. All right, in addition to their other skills, let's make sure that everybody is decent at fighting. Well, pretty good. Proficient is not bad. Now we're going to go over to items here. We have 392 points remaining. That's not a ton. I think we want to try to have some stuff that we can kill and eat and that can breed. So let's go with a couple of male dogs and a bunch of female dogs. And that way we can use them for food. We have our anvil. We have 1 copper battle axe, 3 copper picks, pigtail seeds. Let's get some... let's get some new... Let's make sure we have some food. I think that'll be real important. People like to eat, from what I've heard. They are bringing some rum. Chinchilla meat, yeah. Why not? Or Wolverine lung chop. We also might potentially, if we bring on a lot of meat and stuff, we might get like a kitchenware going, because that's a really good way initially to have things to trade. Prepared food, if it's good enough, can be really, really valuable. We have dwarven rum, dwarven beer, pigtail seeds, dwarven cider. Yeah, I'm just going to go to 100 with this. I don't know how quickly exactly dwarves consume food, but we'll, no cats. We're not taking any cats. 0 cats. 0. We don't have enough for lambs. All right, we'll bring some more dogs. 1 more male and 2 more females, and we are to 0 pints. Okay. Right. Here we go. I'm forgetting something. I'm just going to assume, you know what? Okay, what am I forgetting here? We have copper picks. We have an iron anvil. That's cool. We're going to mine for stone. There's a few trees. There is an axe. We have food and drink and things to slaughter. And I spent all of my points. I think we're good. I think. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to Asabogth. We've prepared for the journey. We don't have any cave tortoises. We don't have any horned cave turtles. We don't have any mole weasel kits. We don't have any tuskox bulls. But we do have some dogs, and we will eat them. We've arrived from the journey from the mountain homes into the forbidden wilderness beyond. Your trek has finally ended. Yeah, it's bad. Usually it's the forbidding wilderness. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's a nice place. This is literally forbidding. To make an outpost for the glory of all. I am that guy. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the scaly... These guys get hungry. Scaly... I can't pronounce them, but I'm scared of them. The scaly... They have scales. Seordamen. They're getting hungry. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Asbogth Boarheeds. Strike the earth! Here we go. Here we go. Pause. Okay, let's just get a look around at our surroundings. Here's our lovely... This is actually not as evil as I was worried it was going to be. I mean, it doesn't look evil. There's not, you know, hands growing up out of the earth or something, which I have seen, and it was awesome, like stalks and tentacles and stuff. There's a little bit of, looks like frozen. Whoop. Nope, didn't mean to hit that. Trying to scroll through the... Where do we want to start? I think that here would be a good place to start digging. It's a nice flat area. It's high up. You can sort of survey everything above us. Let's get ourselves a downstairs started. And then, as we know, we then follow that with up downstairs. And just scroll down. How far do we want to go? Let's hit about 20. I think that'll be good to start with. Oh, right. I'm going to need to reset my doodad, my zoom. Because I think this is where I want to center all of my stuff. So let's just real click, go to hotkeys. F1 zooms here. Right? And check that. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah, I have to get out of this menu. Duh. Zoom here. Yes. Great. That's what I want. Now for trees. We want to be conservationists about our trees here because we don't have very many of them. And we are dwarves, so we will have plenty of stone things that we can build. But to start with, I'm going to put a workshop up here. Oh, we don't have... Okay, well, we'll have to wait to make that workshop until we have some trees chopped down. Fair, that's fine. Let's put up some stockpiles. I'm going to have some wood. Let's not make that very big. Again, because we don't want to be doing too much with that. We'll have finished goods. I think we probably brought a little bit with us there. And food we'll put here. We'll just have a nice little line of sort of 3x3 stockpiles. We'll make bigger ones later when we get down further in. I think that'll be good for now. We'll also go down here. I'm going to throw down a refuse stockpile. That's too far. I do want the corpses to be away from the main camp, but maybe not like as far as I've gone just now. So we'll have our corpse stockpile here. Oh, boom. How about that? We'll just make it 10 by 10. No big deal. And then we'll put our refuse over here. Kind of in a big, got a relatively large area here. I expanded out a little bit. I guess we're going to have to let them mine before we can do too much more. So let's unpause and let our little guys go to work. I have not set up a military yet, and I'm actually going to go ahead and do that because I feel like with this being a terrifying place that we have the cantilevered stags. All right, stags. Everybody's a fighter. Except maybe not you. You know what? You've got the doctor skill. I'm going to pull you off. You don't have to go fight. But you do have to fix everybody else up. For uniforms. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Let's see. We want to equip. Or do we? Assign uniforms. We don't have a no preference one? I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's go back to... Okay. Individual choice melee. I want there to be individual choice... W for weapons. Let's just do individual choice weapon. We'll put that in there. And remove the melee. For now. I'm all over the place on this menu. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Remove that one. And we have not equipped any of that yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Equip. Leather armor. Hey, cool. They're still using individual choice melee. Whatever. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Let's not look that gift horse too much in the mouth. I do get confused on that screen, though, as far as, like, what am I doing with, I'm building a carpenter's workshop here. I'm gonna use those rough wood logs because, you can set up the thing there. You can also, you can set up the uniforms in there, but then you have to assign them, but you can assign them to different individual people, and I get real confused real easy. I want to just go ahead and build the depot as well while I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to build it sort of over here. I think outside of whatever, I'm probably going to build some fortifications, but right now, not. So I want to make sure that gets started, because when winter comes, I want to have hopefully some stuff to trade for food and things. Struck sphalerite. You've struck a tier of the mountain. Oh, that's okay, I get what you're saying. I'm gonna, let's see, we have, I'm gonna auto mine ore and gems here. Just see what kind of thing I can find. Because it looks like that's a pretty rich gem or ore vein. And then we'll just regular designating all. We're gonna put our main floor down here at level 20. And dig some hallways, and then we'll dig some rooms off of those hallways, and we'll start putting stuff in there. I think I'm also going to designate a hotkey to go here. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to designate this as a higher priority, which is something, by the way, that's amazing. But you can't really see it on this tile pack, but I'd like that you can tell them, no, I'd like you to do this first. And I really missed that in the other version of DF hack that I was using. All right, come on and dig that out. I am very excited about. Yeah, look at that. It looks like there's some real good stuff down here. Maybe we'll get a jeweler set up sooner rather than later. And I'll go ahead and start designating these rooms. Just a couple like bigger rooms right off the edge here. Let them go ahead and do that. Now, while they're working, I'm going to go up here and make sure that we build let me say while they're working. We're going to build a table and a chair, which is always a real good place to start with any of your fortress type stuff, because you want to be able to have a manager's workshop. Not a workshop, but just a manager's station to be able to queue up orders and things. Makes your life a whole lot easier. I am also going to enable auto labor because I'm lazy. And I could be in a lot, in Dwarf Therapist all the time, but I'm not going to. I've struck blue garnet. Great. Now, I'm here. I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to make a stone stockpile. I'm just going to put it here in the hall. I don't believe that'll cause the dwarves any difficulty in accessing anything. If it does, I guess we'll find out and fix that. They can walk right over the stones, but that way we'll have a place to store all these stones that we're digging up. Struck collapsed brick. Now that's interesting. I've seen that a couple times, and I'm curious how that works as far as, like, are there hidden civilizations here? Is that what they're telling me? Because that's very interesting. Hi, Rocklight. Welcome to the stream. We need an empty bucket. Now, I cancel water. That's never a good thing to see, but if it's empty bucket, I think we can fix that with a wooden bucket. And let's just go ahead and do several of those. We also haven't pastured our animals yet. We want to get that on board. Let's just make it 10 by 10. And then we're going to set the pasture. And we're just going to put all of our animals in here just so we know where they are. Like, just so they're not running around, you know, not doing anything. And hopefully they'll breed as well. That'll be good. And we'll get some more dogs that we can eat. Hidden pyrope. I'm going to set a zoom key for this particular thing as well. Because I think that floor, it looks like, I did, when in my world generation, I made there be a lot of gems and stuff. Because I knew that I was going to be doing this colder Embark. I didn't know, you know, coming into this not having done that before, I wanted to give myself some advantage. And so, you know, I put a little bit of, weighted myself a little bit more towards having things to work with gems and ores and things like that. Speaking of which, we're going to build a mason's workshop. A very important part of any fort. We'll also go ahead and throw down a crafts dwarf's workshop. And I'm gonna jump right in with jeweler. I'm gonna put him over here in this corner. Keep him separate. I think that'll be good. And speaking of jeweler, sort of in the same vein as far as building up things to trade, we're gonna build a kitchen. Kitchens, if you start getting somebody who's good at cooking meals, I'm paused. That can just be a huge boon to your fort in the current version of Dwarf Fortress. Those, like, Masterwork lavish meals can be incredibly valuable. And we're actually just gonna, yeah, there's that tier of the mountain. We're gonna cut that. Actually, no. You know what? We're gonna cancel that because I want somebody to get decent. Let's cut some of this slate to start with. Let's just get somebody working on that. Hopefully they'll get good at that. We'll also have somebody preparing lavish meals. We will make a food stockpile here. And we will definitely allow all of the bins. Bins. Or reserved bins. You know what? No, I don't. Am I doing the right thing here? Yeah, I want max barrels and max bins. I don't know what that reserve bin thing is about. I'm not very smart. We will go ahead and have a gem stockpile down here. I'm going to make that fairly large. And once again, we'll allow barrels and bins. That's something that I've been experimenting a lot with lately. The default is 0 on the barrels and bins, and I can't come up with a good reason why that should be the case, except for things like in issues of when you're doing farm plots or whatever, you'll end up with, speaking of which, I'll go ahead and try to get one of those going now. But you'll end up with like a seed stockpile. If there's a bin, they'll just keep coming over and like picking up the whole bin, and then the person who wants to plant that bin can't plant a seed from it. It's annoying. Struck tetrahedrite. These guys are still down here doing their auto mining thing, which is great. That is just awesome. I'm gonna start building a wall. Now we're going to use DF hack and put our box select on. I don't really care if the animals are inside of it. We are going to use slate because we have that in abundance. And we'll do another one here. And I went from the wrong end, but that's fine. And we'll let them build that for now. Don't want to overburden my dwarves. There's a lot still to do. I don't know what they're running around for. Cancels interrupted by awakens. What?